Hello, and welcome to our first episode of Oceanside, The Entrepreneur. I am your host, Gumaro Escarcega, along with my co-host, Kelly O. Davis.
Kelly O. Davis, that's me.
That's you. The program we are bringing you was funded by the County of San Diego at the recommendation of Supervisor Jim Stetson's office to promote and encourage businesses and activities that generate economic development, services which help create jobs or attract tourists or businesses that promote a better quality of life within the San Diego County. We at KOCT appreciate and value the support, allowing us to showcase a few of our awesome local small businesses here at KOCT, the voice of North County. Let's meet our guests today. From Chapter 1, Hair Body, we have owners Christine Pierce and Alexis Alexander, and Matthew Higgins, General Manager of the Finn Boutique Hotel, and Corey Whitlock, owner of Whitlock Industries. Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad to be here.
Great. Well, Chapter 1, well, tell us a little bit about what makes you guys unique here in the city of Oceanside.
We're very education driven. We feel a lot of salons say that, but we truly are about that. We host classes constantly. Our main reason why we actually opened the place was because we wanted to bring like big name education into Oceanside. We find that when you think Oceanside, you don't really think hair. And so we wanted to switch that game up and have people really be proud of the hair that they're producing in Oceanside, because we have some amazing artists here.
So not only do we elevate the current stylist that is already successful, but when they're ready to level up, they can definitely come take our classes. Or we're also bridging the gap between school and salon, so that way no one gets they
Left
fall
behind.
through. Yeah,
Right.
no one gets left.
That's awesome. Level up.
Level up.
Level it.
Level up. Level up.
How about you, Matt? What brings you down to Oceanside and the business that you offer to the community and the tourists?
Well, being part of the community, it's really good to be able to have the opportunity to renovate a historical building, be part of bringing back, a piece of Oceanside history that lay dormant for a little while, seeing it come back to life, and in turn working with the local community and operating and running a hotel that, has been around since 1927, and it's just special to be a part of that and, be part of the community around it.
That's nice. How about you, Corey? A little quiet over there, but
It's kind of unusual for me, but
tell us a little bit about Whitlock Industries.
'Cause you're an umbrella of a number of things, aren't you over there, Corey?
the number one thing we like to do is have fun.
Okay.
Nice.
So if it revolves around the beach, if it revolves around surfing, if it revolves around clothes and design, we just like to have fun, and we like to share our travel experiences of where we've been around the world and show that aloha spirit, so to speak, And so when somebody comes from anywhere else, even though I see Matt surfing all the time, we want to always be friendly, share the shaka, and just welcome everybody with a smile.
How cool is that? So you all literally had your board meeting. I got that from your father, by the way.
Yeah.
You met Rusty's father. So that was your board meeting out there on the water, huh?
Yeah, any excuse to get in the water. We're Oceanside. Some people play golf and have business meetings. Most of us will see other business owners in the water. And hey, you know what? I need some shirts for the Finn Hotel. Okay, I'll call you when we get on the water. And we always need to get our hair done too. So, saltwater finish.
Yeah, and speaking about getting hair done, let's talk about the amazing makeover that you did recently. Can you just tell these, I don't think the guys over here heard
So we
about
reached
this.
out to a radio station because they were doing giveaways for Christmas, and a little girl had stage 4 leukemia. And so we immediately wanted to jump on it, and we did the hair, we did the makeup, we had someone clothe them, and then also take the pictures. And she's like a dragon girl, like she was just like spicy.
She's so cool. Such a cool little girl.
My favorite picture was her, and she's like holding her hand up, and the photographer photoshopped like a dragon in it.
Yeah, it was so cool.
So it was really special that we got to spend the day with the whole family.
In a light way, because they were, going through so much, for us just to come in and brighten them up a little bit. It was so nice for them to escape with us. That was good.
Awesome.
Really?
So, going with the city being such a diverse community and such an eclectic area, how do you feel the response from our local community to your business?
Well, for me, if it wasn't for community, we wouldn't be in business.
Right.
The tourists come and tourists go, but 365 days a year, you have your locals, the people that, I'm very out front in my business, so I really like to talk to locals as they walk by or skate by, whatever mode of transportation they're coming by. But we just, it's really important that you have the local support. Because if you don't have the local support, I don't care if you're selling the best thing since sliced bread, you're not going to have a product that people are going to want,
What about you, Matt? I know being in a hospitality room, tourist driven, but what is the locals telling you about the Finn Hotel with the new changes and that's happening, and also what preserving your building have been?
Well, and actually the local support's been awesome. People from the neighborhood, people walking by, they're excited to see the building brought back to life. And some of the old timers, they know the history. I mean, they remember the hotel, back from the Keysker DeWitt days to the Dolphin days, and they're really happy to see it come back to life. And they're also really happy too that our company made an effort to preserve the building and to keep a lot of the original things that were there, instead of putting up another brand new building, which is great too. But I think they're happy to see that sense of history there.
That's great.
I'd like kind of a discussion of what kinds of things do you currently use that you find that's helpful in running your own business? I mean, it could be resources that the city has provided, or what things do you find most helpful? Because most of you, would you say small business, or, well, I mean, I know your hotel is, I don't know if it's applicable.
Well, I mean, we're a small business, and it's relatively small company. Western Hospitality Group has 23 hotels, so but it's growing. But boutique hotels, independents, and back to what Corey was saying, it's really about having that local support, being in the community, and being sensitive to your neighbors. And what's really cool is we've got Coast Highway in front of us, and we've got a neighborhood right behind us. And I know the neighbors. I know the guys back there, and we work together. And if they see something, they help me out with the hotel, and if they need something from the hotel, we help them out too. And it's really nice to kind of have that personal touch. Just recently, the neighbors in the back said, hey, my grandpa's coming out to visit. He's his memory's not so hot, and sometimes he needs a little help. Just point him where the coffee is, tell him where the lobby is. But it was really cool. We were really happy that they kind of trusted us because we're good neighbors to them, and they knew that we'd look out for them and let them know, if Grandpa needed them. So that was really, kind of an example of just working with the locals and getting to know them.
True boutique hotel feel,
Truly
huh?
is. It's a really nice hotel.
Yeah.
How about challenges, Christina and Alexis? What kind of challenges do you guys face in your industry?
Industry as a whole?
Keep it clean.
That's great. No, just kidding. At first, there's not a lot of camaraderie, but really, as great as the internet is, the community, like they say, really stomping pavement and meeting new people and actually breaking down the barriers that we found at first. Because then people, our whole thing is really, let's level up. So at first, everyone's kind of like, who are they? What are they doing?
They're from the shop down the street, but it's like, no, we want to hug it out. Let's be friends.
Yeah. So I literally went into everyone's salon with a clipboard, and they were like, what the? And I was like, no, I'm not selling you something. Come talk to me. Come be my friend. Yeah. So the challenges, I think at first, were just really nailing in that we are for
friendly.
Yeah, we are for Oceanside. We're for everyone here.
Well, speaking of which, because you all also open your doors to the community with events and such, what kinds of events have you hosted?
This morning we actually had a class for, we had stylists come from Temecula, from San Diego, from all over. It was a business of balayage and
a business of, say that again?
Balayage is hair painting. Yeah. So they were in this morning. But
you didn't know that.
Like him, we like to have a good time, so we party. So we do yoga and mimosas.
That was a fun one.
What?
Yeah, salsa and sangria. We've done a couple times.
We're gonna have an improv comedy night coming up in either August or September. So we like to do
the
different
space
things.
is great and open, and so anybody who's fun and wants to use it, we definitely have that opportunity open as well.
Do you find do you think that's important for businesses to do that?
Absolutely. You can talk about community all day long, but until you open up your freaking door and say, come on in, let's do this, let's work together, then that's where it's at.
It's funny that you guys do that, because I do see a strong sense of community when it comes to collaborating, doing pop-ups, doing workshops. I see that there's a huge marketing opportunity where you're working with other businesses
Right.
and promote each other. And that's what it's all about, you know.
Right.
You guys do a lot of cross industries. I know Matt with his business, you know, being a hospitality driven, and he can Corey services as a surf, you know, so, you know, it's getting people out there in the water, which is great, creating that relationship
Right.
with the community.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. So, what about you guys? How you guys feel about the challenges in the city and
You know,
The downtown development in
downtown,
particular,
yeah.
there's a
I've,
lot.
I've been on Mission Avenue now going on 4.5, 5 years.
Yeah.
So I've seen it go from when there's a one-way street to nobody wanted to be down there to sticking the flag in the ground and going, this is where I'm at. And seeing the challenges of what our city has, you know, but also the positive side of it. You know, it was known as a military thug town for so long that the silver lining is the families that are involved in us.
Right.
Nowadays, see people walking up and down the street. Before they had tattoos and stuff, you're like, oh my God, thug. Now you're like, oh, hipster. It's a different vibe, you know? But you know, what I really feel is, as the community has come, it's being involved with like the Main Street organization, with the different businesses, doing different events, doing the art walks, doing the 4th of July parade, just fun things that really just kind of just solidifies you as a community person, and being approachable too, you know, like when people come in, one of the main things I teach my guys is make a friend first. What's your name? Where are you from? Nice to meet you. From Wyoming? Cool, you ever surfed before? Let's go surfing, you know? Or if you're, hey, we need some t-shirts for an event. All right, well, then we can help you in the back over here. We can design something up and get it going. Or Matt's like, hey, I broke my fin box. I need a new board. You want at the factory, we'll make you a new board, you know? And it's just knowing who the dynamics are, and to see year after year of the families that come back to us. And we taught about 2,000 people how to surf last year.
Oh, wow.
And now we're seeing those families come back, and I'm seeing the kids that we taught that are now older bringing their kids. And that's where you're like, oh, the gray hairs are earned for sure.
So just kind of open it up to the panel. What advice would you give to a small business owner, someone with the entrepreneurial spirit?
Just do it.
And remember, get
Just
a
do it.
mentor. Sit down with so many different people that own different businesses, because you want to like broaden, you know, the knowledge that you have. So if I sat down only with salon owners, I wouldn't have known as much as, you know, I got to know, because cross and talking to everyone really helps.
Anybody else?
Well,
What
and
would
you know,
you
going
say?
back to get to know your neighbors, get to know who lives around you, and you know, getting involved in the community and spending some time with the city leaders and learning what's going on, so you're informed and you can, you know, be kind of a resource for people, so they know they can come to you and you have something to share with them.
Great. Well, it looks like we've come to the end of the show, so we'd like to thank Chapter 1 Hair and Body, the Thin Boutique Hotel, and Whitlock Industries.
Be sure to watch our second segment of Oceanside, The Entrepreneur, featuring Cynthia's artistic expression, Banana Dang, and the Poorhouse, right here on KOCT, the voice of North County. Thanks for watching.
California dreaming, I'm in Oceanside. California dreaming, California dreaming, I'm in Oceanside. California dreaming, California dreaming, I'm in Oceanside. California dreaming,
Hello, and welcome to our second segment, Oceanside the Entrepreneur. I am your host, Gumaro Escarcega. Along with me is my co-host, Kelly O.
Kelly
Davis.
O. Davis, that's me. That's me again.
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome. With us on this segment of Oceanside the Entrepreneur are owners of Cynthia's Artistic Expressions, Cynthia May and WB, Tonton Dang, and Mario Jimenez, owner of Banana Dang, and Emily Russell, co-owner of the Poorhouse. Welcome, guys. Thanks for being here today.
Thank
you.
you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
So tell me, you guys, first, we want to talk about economic development and how art influences economic development. And I want you guys to talk about your business and how that influenced you as an owner.
Well, in our business, we like to feature a lot of local artists on our walls. Instead of having one big showcase for one artist, we actually rotate a lot of artists, about 4 to 6 artists throughout the months until their art sells, and then another one pops up. That way it keeps the place alive, it keeps the art moving, and everyone feels like they have their own little spot in the shop as opposed to just one artist having the entire stage. So that's how we like to feature our artists.
And
Yeah.
I have to ask.
Yes.
Okay, but Banana Dang, bananas have been a huge. Why bananas? They've certainly been a huge.
Yeah. So our shop was originally in Puerto Rico for almost a decade. And in Puerto Rico, bananas are a fruit that just kind of grow like weed. They're everywhere all year round. And we said, you know what, we want to do smoothies as well as coffee. So coffee is also a crop that grows in Puerto Rico. So we have coffee and we have bananas. So we say, you know what, let's marry the two together and make Banana Dang a coffee and banana smoothie shop. And Dang is my last name, and people cuss at me all day, so I'm all used to it. So that's how we got there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
How about you, Cynthia and WB? How important art is to your business?
Art is extremely important. That's why we put it in the name, Artistic Expressions. It's more than just one thing. It's not just painting, but it's expressing yourself in every form of creativity. One of the things we do is feature, especially veteran artists. We are both Navy veterans, and we served during the Gulf War. And afterwards, we dealt with a lot of anxiety and depression, PTSD, and that type of thing. So art became a form of therapy for us. Yes. And being a therapy for us, we knew that we could help somebody else to deal with those same issues by way of expressing themselves artistically. One of the things we do is feature artists once a month but throughout the community. And we tend to like to focus on veterans, other vets.
So what type of art, what type of activities do you guys do?
We do art classes for children and adults. We do paint parties of all types. There's the bridal showers, we do team buildings, we do birthdays, and we also do sip and paints. My wife has instituted one that was taken off pretty rapidly. It's coffee, tea, sip and paint. So those are pretty cool. We do those as well. But in addition to that, we do a lot of outreach programs for the Boys and Girls Club. And then, of course, the veterans. Bring a lot of veterans in, especially with the things that's going on right now with our servicemen and women. So we think that art has shown itself to be true to my motto. I say, art saves lives. And I say that because I know a lot of veterans that have found their way out, the grips of PTSD through expressing themselves, through art. Painting, drawing, pastel, you name it, sculpturing. We try to offer, every artistic expression that we can, basically what we can fit into our shop.
Nice.
So it's effective. So we're proud to be part of the art community in Oceanside here to do our part.
Remember too, we are in the downtown Oceanside in our Oceanside Cultural District.
Yes.
So
All right.
happy to have you out here and be part of this business entrepreneur model that we're building here.
And
Thank
they just
you.
moved actually from an address to
Yes.
Mission.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
We were on Oceanside Boulevard in the Oceans Village Square for 2 years. And we are so happy to now be in the downtown area.
Well, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome.
Well, speaking about people moving and art and latest things, Emily Rassel, right? Emily Rassel, you are with the Poorhouse.
Yes.
And you certainly have featured local talent as
Yes.
well. Tell us a little bit about the economic development and artists. Is that where we're going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so how she
How's it
influences.
going there?
Well, art has been a big part of my life. My mom has been on the board of several different museums and has recently chosen to take the position of president of the board of OMA, Oceanside Museum of Art. So we were raised heavily influenced by art, and that's why we chose to have BB Bastidas do the mural on the side of Oceanside. We kind of let him do his thing, so he came up with what he came up with, which everyone seems to love because I catch him on security camera taking like selfies and stuff all the time, trying to get the whole mural in and stuff like that. But other than that, we've had a couple of art shows and stuff like that, but we're definitely a bar, and we focus on live music, so really trying to feature local musicians and kind of cultivate that that whole lifestyle in the bar for people to come in and enjoy live music and let their hair down and, you know, feel free and have some libations and all that kind of stuff.
And you also have, you're not moving, you have a newer location opening up. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, my husband and I just purchased another bar in downtown Oceanside on Pierview Way, and it's under construction, and it'll be a little bit different, but
because you're going to be the bar in the hotel that's going there. Is that the?
Yeah, so we'll be the bar next to the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it'll be really cool. I'm excited about that area. Everything's developing so much, and there's so much culture going on down there right now, so it's kind of exciting to be a part of that.
And Mario, I know that you and Tauntaun, you all have had Banana Dang for how long has it been now? Down in Oceanside.
In Oceanside, we've been there just past 4 years now.
So what do you think about all these changes going to, you talk about economic development, what do you, you've been here for a minute, what do you?
I think it's nice, there's nice aspects to it, but hopefully it all happens like smart development where you don't get rid of the character and the culture that's always been there. And that I mean, everybody's seen it. We came from LA and we live near Venice Beach. Venice Beach is not Venice Beach anymore the way I remembered it. I mean, with all the characters and the culture, it's a very different place now. People can debate whether it's better or not, but I would hate to see Oceanside turn into like what happened up there. You know, where they displaced everybody that had been there forever. You know, and all the character and the culture that is there. So I think there's definitely room for smart development, and I think what I see is positive. I mean, where people come in and the city kind of supports small businesses. It's not about bringing in, you know, I don't want to name any names, but you know, it's.
Well, I mean, it's interesting you bring this point up. You know, Oceanside is so known for their pride.
Yeah.
And you know, they put them first. What advice would you give aspiring new businesses opening in Oceanside, and what kind of advice would you give them prior to opening a business?
For me, I just check out the neighborhood, walk around, support the other businesses around where you're interested in opening, and get a vibe for the place. From our perspective, it's a very welcoming community, very supportive, especially for smaller businesses. They're like, "Oh, you got this little thing going on, awesome!" You know, they're always happy. From my experience, to see like a little mom and pop give it a shot in Oceanside. So I say go for it, especially the downtown area. From my experience, I love the downtown area.
I think, like, you know, there's 5 coffee houses, there's, you know, 10 hair salons, and there's, you know, a trillion bars, it seems like, and you can just throw a dime and hit one. And I think it's great because everyone is a community, you know. We all support each other. Hey, if there's, you know, 5, 10 coffee houses, that means there's at least, you know, 50, 100 people that are drinking coffee. That's how we look at it, you know.
Oh.
So we support all businesses, and I just think it's really great that Oceanside is so diverse, and there's a lot of different things to do. And I would say that for anyone who wants to open a business in Oceanside, just like Mario said, get to know your neighbors, walk around and really feel the vibe day and night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's totally different at night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and speaking of also kind of sticking around with business,
Yeah.
let's talk about how you find your talent. Like, how do you find your workforce? Emily, how do you go? I mean, I've been to your bar. You have some people that seem to really enjoy working at the poorhouse. How do you
We
find
don't have a
them?
lot of turnover, that's for sure.
Oh.
So they find us usually, you know, and we're a pretty close knit family. So that's how we run our business. And I think they like working for us. And we like people who, you know, treat us like family and do the right thing for the most part and have a good work ethic. And yeah, all local Oceanside. So.
Yeah. I have to say, when we went to film at the poorhouse, and we had people who were inviting, clearly, and everybody in the bar signed a release, which is like, normally when you shoot, people are like, I don't know, do I want to? It's definitely a testament of that atmosphere that you're speaking.
Yeah,
of.
I am like really pleased that, well, like my husband's been a bartender for so long that they really, you know, the daytime crowd is hard to capture. So that's why you have to, you know, everyone that comes in is family during the day. It's really kind of like a cheers. So it's really nice having that relationship with everyone right around there in South O.
That's
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How about you in finding talent in work? And I mean, because you all are a gallery, and you also do the sip and paints and
And it's also an art studio. So it's like a three-pronged attack. We are a gallery. We do display work. We show the work that's already completed, already done. We feature local artists. We have 12 months in a year, so we need 12 feature artists. And so my wife does artist calls, and we know a lot of artists, so we keep the word out. But primarily we're a gallery, but then the studio portion is where we do the commissions. We do portraits, pet portraits, I think. And by the way, that mural, I spoke to you about that in the Blue Room. Love the mural on the poorhouse, and your logo is amazing. I love your logo. So as an artist, I can appreciate those. But speaking of what Mario was sharing about the recon, right? Get to know the area that you're interested in.
Yeah.
You know, look around, see what's going on. He said, especially at night. That's true. But Oceanside, you know, we're a family.
Yeah.
That's how we do it, neighbors.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And that's what all you guys are doing. We're changing the perception of Oceanside. This is a driven community. So thank you, Cynthia's Artistic Expressions, Banana Dan, and the Poorhouse for joining us today. And thank you for watching KOCT,
the voice of North County.